The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
And hello, welcome to Open, the show opening the Bronx and the rest of the world right to you. I'm Daren Jaime, and today we're going to update you on what's happening in and around our borough. Coming up, we're going to learn about an organization bridging the diaspora divide. We're going to tell you about Afropolitan cities. Afterwards, as Thanksgiving is right around the corner, another organization is actually serving and delivering some home-cooked nutritious meals for people in need. God's love will deliver. We're going to tell you about them. And then we're going to learn from the executive director of Holy Apostles Soup Kitchen, providing several services to help those who are homeless and hungry. And then after that, we're going to sit down with the founder and pastor of Cathedral at Greater Faith, Bishop White-Haynes. She'll be discussing the church's upcoming holiday initiatives. And then we're going to learn more about Belle's Essential, a natural skincare company helping individuals embrace their natural beauty. So stay tuned, because all this and much more is heading your way in this very special Thanksgiving edition of Open. And now we're officially open. And hello, everyone. I'm Daren Jaime, and today is Wednesday, November 27th, and you're watching Open, a live program that's bringing the Bronx and New York City straight to you. We also want to welcome our viewers on Manhattan Neighborhood Network, as Open is being broadcast simultaneously on MNN's channels. You can also stay connected to us on all social media platforms. Well, some things have been going on through this past week. We'll take you through them now with our Bronx updates. As the Thanksgiving holiday approaches, one organization is doing its part in spreading holiday joy. Gobble Gobble Give 2019 is an organization collecting potluck dishes along with toiletries and blankets, as well as delivering hot meals and care packages to homeless around the city for Thanksgiving. Now, every volunteer is required to bring in at least one prepared dish in a recyclable container with a recyclable serving utensil. Now, your dish should be cooked, warmed, and ready to serve. The event is taking place tomorrow at the Church of the Intercession, located at 555 West 155th Street between Broadway and Amsterdam in Harlem. For more information on the event, you can visit their website at ggg.org. The Wildlife Conservation Society's Bronx Zoo kicked off their annual toy drive with students at PS 205 and Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr., extending now through the holidays of December 31st. Our BronxNet reporter Arlene Amoako was there, and she has our details.
2, 3.
It's the kickoff of the annual Wildlife Conservation Society's toy drive for military families. Students from PS 205 teamed up with Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. for the announcement here at the Zoo Center, and then to encourage the Bronx community to drop off an unwrapped toy to benefit the families of veterans that are in need.
We wanted to support the kids and the parents, the kids that don't have.
Those words echoed by 10-year-old Zeta Alvarez, who not only took part in the event, she donated her savings to the zoo and shared she wants to become a zoologist when she grows up.
My mom took me to the zoo over the summer, and then I went to see all the animals. Like, I took pictures of all the words right here, so like I could study them.
She was joined by over a dozen other students touring the Kimono Dragon collection while working to make a difference for hundreds of kids from our area.
We wanted to help all the people from the army, like all the people, not just like not just the people who go to war, all of them.
Toys can be dropped off at the Bronx Zoo and other Wildlife Conservation Society locations, including the Central Park Zoo and the New York Aquarium. In January, Executive VP of Public Affairs John Cavelli will be partnering with Diaz Jr. to distribute the donated toys.
As the holidays come close, you start to think about those that have done so much for you. And as a community, the people who have done so much for the Bronx and for the city and for the country are really our veterans.
With his son on active duty, Diaz Jr. shared he now has a similar story to the roughly 40,000 other veterans across the Bronx. And in participating in past events, he knows the impact it can make.
It puts a smile on the children's face. It's great. It's an act of appreciation. And we're calling on all New Yorkers, especially Bronxites, to show your appreciation for the men and women in our military forces.
All those participating get a special gift with each donation.
So here's how it works. You bring in a toy and you get to visit the Bronx Zoo for free. Donations are being accepted through December 31st. For BronxNet, this is Arlene Makoko.
And for more information, you can go to bronxzoo.com give back. That's all the time we have for our Bronx updates. We are taking a quick break. More open coming up right after this. And thank you for staying with us. Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen is the largest food program in New York, feeding the hungry, seeking justice for the homeless, and providing a sense of hope and opportunity for those in need. Now, they serve cafeteria-style lunches and brown bag programs and backpack pantry programs, Sunday suppers, social services initiatives, just to name a few. And here to tell us a little bit more is the executive director of the Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen, the Reverend Dr. Anna S. Pearson. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Daren.
And the great work that you guys are doing.
Thank you. Yes, it's a time of year where we have a lot of people coming in with a lot of different needs.
So walk us through a little bit about previously, so what have you seen come through your doors around the holiday season? Obviously massive numbers.
Yes. It's a year-round problem, I'm sorry to report, and it is also true that at the holidays people come, there's a lot of need, and there's also a need for community. I think Mother Teresa said that loneliness is a form of poverty as well, and we certainly have people coming to us who are seeking sustenance. They want food and they want to take advantage of some of the services we offer, but we are very committed to inclusion and to making sure that everyone who walks through our doors is treated with dignity and knows that they're worthy of care and love.
So as the Soup Kitchen continues to open its doors to people, give us this. You got your volunteers, you've got people who are coming. So about how many people do you see and how many volunteers do you have?
Every year, we work with over 15,000 volunteers. So we're very dependent on the volunteers who come to us. We have corporate groups who come, we have individuals, we have school groups, we have retirees. Everyone comes with a heart for the work, and we're very grateful for all that they have to offer. Every weekday, we serve over 1,000 meals a day. So it's a lot. There's a hot lunch program that is right in the church itself. And then we also have a robust brown bag lunch program. So that is in support of students across the street at the public school, a senior center in Penn South, which is people who live very close to Holy Apostles. And we also deliver hot breakfast to people who have been sleeping in Port Authority and Penn Station and can't stay there in the morning. And so we deliver those sandwiches to them. So we really try to go out beyond our doors to make sure that people can receive our services. And then there's information inside the bag lunches so that if they can make their way to Holy Apostles, they know they're welcome there as well.
And when we talk about homelessness, right, there is this growing trend of homelessness that continues to change. We thought homelessness was once defined as a certain group of people, but now we've got the working homeless.
Absolutely.
We've got single parents who are homeless. We've got families who are homeless. Give us a little bit more about how you've seen that changing landscape, because it's not the same as you saw years ago.
Correct. In fact, the New York Times just did an article this week saying that there is 114,000 homeless children in New York City. So we have started a a backpack pantry program where we have backpacks that have food for a family of 4, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, so that over the weekend when the schools aren't in session, the families can eat. They can come to our doors. If they return the empty backpack, they get another one filled up for the following weekend, because we're trying to meet the needs as we see them in our neighborhood and in the 5 boroughs at large.
Thanksgiving is upon us, so tell us your plans.
We will be serving a meal at Holy Apostles, as we do. We have not missed a day since we opened, 35 plus years. So we will be serving a meal. We'll have a worship service in the morning, and then we will be opening our doors to anyone who comes. We welcome all without question or qualification who come to our doors.
And usually that Thanksgiving service obviously sees a lot of people, and then also the meal itself.
Absolutely, and there are fortunately a lot of people with big hearts in this city, so there are a lot of options for people who are in need, but we also welcome people who have come regularly and also newcomers who want to come and eat and share time and, again, know that they're worthy and that they have dignity.
You have a very special event called a fast-a-thon.
Yes.
And so for people who don't know this fast-a-thon, you've done it for 8 years, right?
Yes.
So what is the fast-a-thon and how can people take part?
So the Fast-a-thon is a wonderful way for lots of different people to access their crowdfunding, social media connections, and they can set up pages, and everyone who participates says that on Giving Tuesday they will eat only one meal that day, because many of our guests only eat one meal. So in solidarity with them, the meal that they have at Holy Apostles, Fast-a-thon participants will agree to eat one meal that day. And then they will ask their friends and family, their network, their community to sponsor their fast. So people can set up their own page. They can also, if that's not what they want to do, they can also go to the Fast-a-thon tab on our website, holyapostlessoupkitchen.org. They can sponsor someone else's fast if they'd like to donate. And in the past, we've raised $80,000 plus, and it really allows us to support the extensive programming we have at the church.
You do some great work. And so for people who want to be connected as a volunteer, I know you take a lot of volunteers on. What's needed and how do they take part?
Again, all are welcome. Thanksgiving, I'm happy to report, we have a lot of people who have volunteered. So this Thanksgiving, we are full, but we have every
So you don't need volunteers for
weekday.
Thanksgiving?
No, the day after, yes,
Okay.
yeah, please.
Right.
All your viewers, yourself as well,
Right.
welcome. There, again, on the website, you can register. You can also call, and we can put you in. If you can't register online or don't want to, all are welcome to do that. You come, you spend time, you get assigned a job, there's a short training. There are a lot of long-term experienced volunteers that also are very helpful for people who come in for the first time. And there's a wide variety of jobs, so people have done everything from prepping food to welcoming to talking with guests at tables to being part of our robust social services program.
Well, you've got a great week ahead of you, a lot of things ahead of you, so thank you for the great work that you do.
Thank you.
And certainly we'll definitely put the word out for the volunteers, and hopefully you'll get a few, and you might see me as well, you never know.
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Dr.
Daren.
Anna Pearson, thanks so much. Listen, now for more information on Holy Apostles Soup Kitchen, what you can do is visit their website at holyapostlessoupkitchen.org, or you can email Anna S. Pearson at holyapostlesnyc.org, and there you can get connected and find out how you can actually play a part. Well, stay tuned. We do have more open. Stay with us on this very special holiday edition. We're talking about organizations that are actually making a difference and doing some things for the Thanksgiving holiday. We'll be right back right after this.
We built a media network for you.
BronxNet TV.
Come learn in your new state-of-the-art studios at Lehman College.
At Mercy College.
And coming soon to the South Bronx in the Hub.
Inspire with your stories, culture, history.
Your Bronx on BronxNet.
Engage with us.
Connect with us at your channels and at bronxnet.tv.
Learn, engage, inspire. BronxNet TV.
From the Bronx
to the world.
BronxNet.
Praise the Lord. I'm Evangelist Barbara Mayo. I have a program called A Great God. I come on every Saturday at 3:30, channel 70 and 36 on Fios. You need to catch me because it's a program to encourage, to lift up, and if you don't know anybody that haven't heard about the program, tell them about it. They'll be encouraged, for God is good. God bless you.
And thank you for staying with us. Afropolitan Cities is the largest nationwide diaspora professional and social networking organization, unleashing the potential of the African diaspora by bridging the diaspora divide through cultural experiences. Here now to tell us more via phone call is founder and CEO, Kweku Amoako. And thank you so much for joining us, Kweku.
Thank you, Daren.
Hey, for those who don't know, give us a little bit about your organization.
Yes, like you said, Afropolitan is a social gathering. Well, the organization itself is a social but professional networking organization that has operation in about 8 different cities. And what we do really is to try to break the diaspora divide, because we truly believe that unless the diaspora can figure out a way to sort of work together, it will be very hard to reach its full potential in terms of contributing to African development. And so we use social events, cultural mixes, festivals, and stuff like that to build a large network. And so currently, through the events that we do, we currently have over 100,000 in terms of membership, and we believe that we're just starting still.
So when you talk about the divide, what do you find to be some of the things that cause this divide?
I think it's mostly cultural, right? Africa, now has, about 55 different countries, they say. And then, we also have the diaspora and first generation people that were born here. And I think that between just navigating the different cultures, understanding the history behind, just our being, and everything mixed in with everything else, it's sometimes very difficult for us to understand each other. And we think that it's sometimes also just because we just haven't had a lot of opportunity to experience each other's cultures and understand each other's histories. And we think that until we can get there, it's going to be very hard, to bridge that divide. And so through events like this, like the Afropolitan events, where we really focus on highlighting different elements of culture and bringing history and education into the programming, through events like that and experiences like that, we think that that's the way we can, break that divide.
And there's a huge impact that it has on the community, right? Because the work that you do, you're talking about transforming culture, and you're also talking about impacting community. How do you feel the community is impacted by this particular work?
Yes. So, like I said, we have been able to establish this large network across 8 different cities. And what people don't realize is that, in terms of us as Black and Africans or people of African descent, contributing back to the continent requires us to really be able to establish a good economic base here in the diaspora. And there's a lot of businesses and products in the Black communities that are just not getting the opportunity to gain the kind of exposure it needs and the support they need in order to flourish as strong businesses in the community. And so part of the advantage of building such a network is to say, what, the first step is for us to be able to begin to appreciate the work of our own people, and so almost building a channel for marketing for these small businesses. So with 100,000 people in the network, it's very easy for us to provide a platform for businesses to sort of showcase their products and let the community understand really what are the kinds of businesses and services and products that are available in the community. And through that, I believe that we can really also network around that and support each other. And then also having that also means that we have a voice. We can come together and advocate for anything that is very important to the Black communities. And so, again, through these events, we're able to build this network. And off of that, and beyond the events, we're able to do all these community impact, have this community impact through various initiatives.
Wow. Well, thank you, Kweku, so much for sharing a little bit about your organization. Certainly we'll get people connected to it, and thanks for the great work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
All righty, Kweku Amoako. And if you want more information on Afropolitan Cities, visit their website at afropolitancities.com. Or you can meet them on social media at Afropolitan Cities. Taking a quick break. We still do have more show. We'll be back with more Open coming up right after this.
We built a media network for you.
BronxNet TV.
Come learn in your new state-of-the-art studios at Lehman College.
At Mercy College.
And coming soon to the South Bronx in the Hub.
Inspire with your stories, culture, history.
Your Bronx on BronxNet.
Engage with us.
Connect with us at your channels and at bronxnet.tv.
Learn, engage, inspire. BronxNet TV.
From the Bronx
to the world.
BronxNet.
And welcome back to this very special Thanksgiving edition of Open. Normally on Open Wednesdays, you usually find, well, current events, news, things like that. But today we're doing a very special show right before the Thanksgiving holiday, bringing you news of information with organizations that are actually making a difference right here in our community. So we want to introduce you to another organization, God's Love We Deliver. It's a non-sectarian organization that actually serves people in need. They're children and caregivers with home-delivered tailored meals. They're also doing an event for Thanksgiving. Joining us now on the phone to tell us more details is Emmett Finley, who's the Director of Communications of God's Love We Deliver. And Emmett, good to have you.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you. So as we prepare now for Thanksgiving, obviously there's a lot of great work that you guys are doing. So tell us what God's Love We Deliver have on the table.
Sure. So as you mentioned, God's Love We Deliver cooks and home delivers nutritious, delicious, medically tailored meals for individuals living with severe and chronic illness. We also serve their children and their senior caregivers. On Thanksgiving Day, we are excited to bring a delicious Thanksgiving feast to all of our clients and their families and guests so that they can have a special holiday as well.
And so for Thanksgiving, obviously, you'll be reaching out to these families. How do you go about locating and how do you go about finding those persons that you're actually going to serve?
So these are individuals who are on our program. In a year, we serve nearly 8,000 individuals. That includes our clients who are living with illness, their children, and their senior caregivers. So these are folks who receive meals regularly. And then for the holiday, we just make an extra special effort to make the day extra special. That includes, a full Thanksgiving feast, a delivery by a group of volunteers, and all of it with a festive holiday bag that's been decorated by little kids, the works.
And so my notes tell me that you got about 1,000 volunteers that actually be serving tomorrow.
That's right. Well, next Thursday we've got 1,200 people who are making it all happen. Those are folks who are working in our kitchen here in Soho in Manhattan, and then hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other folks who are actually out in the community on the roads in their vehicles delivering meals to our clients. It's a really special day, and it's a great way for friends and family members to come out and get involved before they go home for their own celebrations.
And you do it pretty big, too, because not only do you have your regular meals, if you're a vegetarian, you've also got something for vegetarians as well.
Exactly. We don't want to leave anyone out, and we want to make sure everyone gets their own special deal. So, a root vegetable casserole for all of the vegetarians on our program. And then everybody else gets one of those traditional turkey feasts, which is turkey and pumpkin bisque and apple crisp, of course. And also, because our clients are living with illness, we make sure to modify all of our meals according to what they need. So we also mince and puree these meals if a client has trouble chewing and swallowing. But everybody gets the holiday spirit.
And the holiday spirit is actually great. Now, your volunteers, I mean, how are you going about getting these volunteers? You're going to have 1,000 people, boots on the ground, come Thanksgiving Day. How do you recruit?
We are fortunate enough to work with nearly 16,000 volunteers every year. And on Thanksgiving Day, I think it's just, people are out there looking for a way to give back on a day that means so much about giving, about care and community and family and friendship. We have people from all over who really make an effort to clear, their Thanksgiving morning and and have God's Love We Deliver be a part of their holiday. So it is, part recruitment. We're out in the community asking people to come and volunteer with us, but so much of it is already built within the infrastructure of God's Love We Deliver, from folks who already volunteer with us, who tell their friends, who make it a special commitment. We're just really fortunate when it comes to our volunteers. Yeah,
and it's a lot of work that goes on, serving people in need. About 1,000 volunteers are actually going to be out, boots on the ground, actually volunteering for Thanksgiving. The preparation, I mean, it's a major day, Thanksgiving, right? And you've got these 1,000 volunteers. How long does it take you to put all this together?
So believe it or not, we start organizationally and logistically planning for the day about 3 months in advance. That means as summer is coming to a close, our Thanksgiving is ramping up. And that's just because there's a lot of details to put into making this day possible. In our kitchen, we start prepping for it about 3 weeks in advance. So early in November, we were already prepping and chopping and peeling and ladling and cooking and that sort of thing. We're now kicked into high gear. In fact, we're making about 6,000 apple crisp.
Well, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful time. A lot of people actually be coming out. Now, I do hear that the demand for services has also increased as well. Before we go, talk to us about how things have changed throughout the course of the year. Talk with the previous guest about how, even with the homeless population, that demographic has changed. So your need for services has definitely increased.
Well, yeah, and I think, every year more and more people know about God's Love We Deliver and, the services we provide to individuals living with illness. But the demand for our services is, it grows every year. I mean, there are people out there who are living with severe illness, who get a diagnosis. Come the winter months, it gets harder for people, and people reach out to us looking for help. And we know that being sick and hungry is a crisis that demands that urgent response. So if you reach out to us and you qualify for our program, we're going to be there for you for as long or as short as you need, no matter what.
Well, Emmett, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about it. We are looking forward to a wonderful and a great time for Thanksgiving. And certainly, if people want to find out more information about God's Love We Deliver, we're getting ready to give it to them right now. Emmett, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Now, if you want to find out about more love, or I should say God's Love We Deliver, or how to visit, all we ask you to do is visit their website, glwd.org. Once again, glwd.org. And we're going to take a quick break. We're going to have more show. Stay with us. We're coming right back right after this.
There's got to be other gay people in this borough.
That is the goal of this show, to give the community a voice.
As writers, as producers that write queer content, we definitely have to open the door for the person behind you.
The community always comes through.
Things are going to get real here. The community really does exist so far beyond just the L, the G, the B, and the T.
Whenever people are out and proud and loud, we get heard.
Did you know that brain and spinal cord tumors are the deadliest form of pediatric cancer? They can happen to anyone.
I'm not hungry. My tummy hurts.
You can help us be part of the solution.
Get in here. Hurry.
You can be part of our family.
It's okay.
Please support our mission today. Making Headway Foundation, dedicated to the care, comfort, and cure of children with brain and spinal cord tumors.
It's time to get serious about your future. At Bronx Community College, you can earn an Associate of Applied Science degree and become a medical laboratory technician in as little as 2 years. Earn an average salary of over $50,000 a year in one of the most rewarding careers in medicine. All you need is a high school diploma or equivalent to get started. Those who qualify can get tuition covered by grants and scholarships. So why wait? For program details, contact Bronx Community College today.
Our next guest is the founder and pastor of Cathedral, a Greater Faith. Over the last 30 years, they've been feeding the community on Thanksgiving Day. This year, no different. She's also the author of her autobiography, Left-Handed Victory. Joining us to share a little bit more about the church's holiday initiatives is Bishop Michelle White-Haynes, and good to have you.
Thank you so much for this
Haven't
opportunity.
seen you in a long time.
A long time, but it's good to be here.
It's
Thank
good
you
to
so
have
much
you.
for this opportunity.
No, glad to have you. So you guys are really busy. I mean, we talked a lot with all of our previous guests about what's going on for Thanksgiving. You know different, right? And so
No different.
What's going on for you for Thanksgiving?
32 years we've been in the same community, serving Thanksgiving dinner to everybody that needs a place to come, and that includes the community. And then we serve food to take out to the shelters and the single-parent shelters and the homeless shelters to give them food to make sure everybody's okay for Thanksgiving, because people sometimes don't have families.
Right.
So we offer our church to come and eat with us, which, by the way, I will be there this year because I decided I'm not going to cook this year.
Is that right?
Yes, after many years of serving my family, I decided I'm going to sit down and eat.
All right. So
Not have to clean up any dishes or anything like that. So I'm going to eat myself. So the community is invited and all of that, yeah.
Yeah, so as I talk to a lot of people about the needs changing in the community, right? Have you seen a tremendous change in community?
Absolutely. We're in the Wakefield section of the Bronx. Can any good thing come out of the Bronx? You better believe it. The Cathedral of Greater Faith is there. So in our community, it used to be so good, so nice. People were upstanding citizens. They were tax-paying citizens. They were okay, but now we're seeing a whole different culture there. So, but we're addressing it as Jesus would want us to.
Right.
With the Great Commission to go out, bring them in. We're getting outside the four walls of the church to bring the church to the community. If they won't come to us, we're going to them.
That's awesome.
And this is one of the ways, yes.
And you also have some great things going on during Christmas as well.
Absolutely. We have a Christmas production. Every year, our performing arts does a magnificent job with our Christmas production. It's a play, it's singing, it's dancing, it's a whole 9 yards. They don't have to go downtown to the Rockettes, I want to say, or whatever that is, the Christmas Spectacular. They can come to the Bronx on White Plains Road, 4214 White Plains Road, December 14th and 15th. It's 2-night show.
What do you find to be the difference maker during the holiday season when you talk about meeting the needs of people? Because I think we become more, we become more compassionate, right?
Absolutely.
We become more giving. Talk to me a little bit about that and what that means for people between your congregation and community, because people who normally don't get along with each other will sometimes get along just because of the holidays.
Well, in these times, the seasons are supposed to be festive, but many times it's depressing.
Right.
Because people are looking at where they are now as compared to where they used to be, and used to be might be greater, and now we're all feeling the shake-up, the shakedown. It's really a problem right now with depression, and the weather's changing. It's dark outside early now, so we're dealing with a whole lot of that. And we just have to be there to meet their needs, yeah.
I want to talk to you about being an author as well. You're an author?
Absolutely.
Got a book?
Wrote about myself.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, well, I was born with left hand only.
Right.
I don't have a right hand. I was born that way. But the Lord gave me left-handed victory. And I have just enough left. I tell people, whatever God takes away from you, he gives you just enough left to get you to your victory. And that's what I have, left-handed victory.
And so you go around and you tell your story. Talk about the reception of that, because you have a story to tell, you have experiences, and even during times like these, right, it's important to share those because they mean a lot.
Absolutely. I didn't know why God called me to pastor. I didn't want to be a pastor. I didn't want to be a preacher. I didn't want to be any of those things, but the Lord called me to it. I didn't know why, but one day after service, he let me know why. He said, some people are coming to you that don't know what to do. They have so many problems, so many issues, because, Jaime, I've been through a lot in my life. Been through a lot of things, but the Lord let me know I had to go through that for the people that were coming so I could let them know there's always a way out. Yeah. So I've only had one hand all my life. I had breast cancer, I've had divorce, I've been a single parent, but all of that comes into play with the reality of where people are. And you have to meet them where they are, and I've been able to do that.
And so your ministry is actually, transformative. You're transforming people, you're transforming lives.
Absolutely.
You're in the community of Wakefield and making a difference. When you look at Wakefield, right, what do you find to be the most pressing need in that area right now?
Jesus. Jesus. People used to go to church. That was Sunday's day. That was the Lord's day. People don't do that anymore. There's a great falling away, but the body of Christ is still fine. The church may be in trouble, but the body of Christ is fine. That church which he instituted on Pentecost Day is still fine. It's up and running and it's well because Jesus is the head.
And do you find that events such as Thanksgiving, Christmas, what you do, are actually attractive? I mean, we had Dr. Pearson here earlier, right? And she talked about how she gave, and they give out meals, but then they also give an invitation to come and be at church, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. Are you finding that those are making those connections?
Absolutely, because at Thanksgiving dinner, we also have prayer warriors there to pray for whoever needs prayer, whoever wants prayer. They get prayed for, and then we give out coats during the year, winter coats, because it's freezing now. So eventually, in the next month or so, we'll be giving out coats. We do different things for the community, and it's opening up a relationship. It's called relationship.
Right.
It's not just relationship this way. This is the first way, but then there's this. God says, seek me first, but then there's love each other like you love yourselves.
And you're doing that.
And that's what we're doing.
And we're doing that. So listen, they also have an event coming up, and I want to talk about the visit event. we talked a little bit about it before, but it's big for you though.
It's big for us. Always spectacular, always big, always packed out. Always. It's young people that are involved in the Christmas production. Like I said, it's singing, it's dancing. We're full of life. Our church is full of life. We're not a dead church. If you're coming for quiet, you're not going to get that.
It's gonna be some noise involved.
And excitement.
Right. So we had one of your members, Amadeus, who was here.
Yeah, that's my son.
Right. So he came and he talked a little bit about the church. And he talked a little about work, but talk a little bit about him because he's been a tremendous, gift. Not just here in the Bronx, but literally taking his talents
all over the world. All over the world. He was not born in my church, but raised in my church as from a little boy. When he came, my son was the drummer, Stephen White. But when he came, Stephen moved over and taught him how he does what he does. And I'm grateful for Amadeus. His name is Antoine. We know him as Antoine. But he is such a gift to the body of Christ too, and to the world. But I love him because he's consistent. He's consistent in what he does. He knows who he is, and God has blessed him with a plethora of gifts, plethora of stuff that he can add to the world to show the world. But not only that, he still makes Jesus famous.
Right. Yeah, he's a great guy.
He still makes Jesus famous.
We love him here. We love him here on Open, and I've had him several times on Perspectives. He's done a great work.
Yes.
So for people who don't know about Greater Faith, we have a few seconds left before we go. So tell people about Greater Faith and how they maybe want to get connected.
The Cathedral at Greater Faith is located at 233rd White Plains Road. The actual address is 4214 White Plains Road between 233rd and 234th Streets. We've been in the same neighborhood 32 years. We've made an impact. We are a force in the neighborhood. The neighborhood knows we're there, but we're there to make Jesus famous, not Michelle White, Jesus. And he's doing that. If it had not been for him, we never would have made it this far.
And so because of him, you're able to do what you do.
Absolutely.
So Thanksgiving, once again, the community's invited?
Beginning at 12 noon.
Okay.
From 12 to 4. The community is invited. We look forward to seeing you.
All right. Well, good to have you. So much.
Thank you.
And got to come back.
I will. I promise.
Do that. All right, then. Bishop Michelle White-Haynes, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Now, listen, stay with us because, listen, I want to let you know more about Thanksgiving dinner. It's happening tomorrow, November 28th from 12 to 3. At the Cathedral of Greater Faith, located at 4214 White Plains Road. Now, if you want more information on the event, all you have to do is pick up the phone and call 718-547-8966. Once again, that number is 718-547-8966. And for more information on Bishop Michelle White-Haynes and her church. You can always visit the Cathedral at greaterfaith.com or on social media at the Cathedral at Greater Faith. Don't go anywhere. We've got more open coming right after this.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, D. Essence here, right on the set of the D. Essence Show. Please tune in each and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Files 34, Optimum 68, and live streaming BronxNet.tv. Or you better get in line.
And we are Jerome Avenue, the heart of the Bronx. This is where I grew up. Business is booming, people are moving, everyone works hard. Nothing was handed to anyone here. I've been in here to take my passport pictures. I just bought flowers here for my mother. Oh, this is where I get my smoothies, by the way. Continuation. This is what we call the O, 170th Street. It feels so Bronx. Hey, my man Fonzie. We've walked up and down the corridor, nothing but love. And I'm glad to say that Jerome is home.
And I want to thank you for staying with us on our very special holiday edition. It's a Thanksgiving show as we're doing Open, introducing you to some people who are making a difference in our community. I want to introduce you now to Belle's Essential. It's a natural and handcrafted skincare company that's actually educating and teaching people different options available to their care for skin and their body, as well as how to embrace your own natural beauty. Now, joining us to share a little bit more details are the owners of Belle's Essential, Corrine and Yvonne. Ellis, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So you are a great husband and wife team that are just doing it up here.
Yes.
Natural skincare.
Yes.
So talk to us about it.
So we wanted to create a company for our daughter. So we have a daughter that's 8 months old, and before she was born, we spoke and we wanted to create a company that when we use our products, it's all natural. Everything that she's using, nothing chemical related, so that it doesn't go into her bloodstream. So that's how Belle's Essential was born.
So what are the benefits of having like natural skincare and natural care? Because you talked about, going into the bloodstream. What are the benefits?
So a lot of people don't know. It takes 26 seconds for whatever you have in your skin to enter your bloodstream. So when you think about that, now you want to question, what am I using on my skin? What am I using in my hair? You might see these brand names out here saying they're all natural, maybe because they have shea butter or cocoa butter. But when you look at the ingredients, they have things that actually are harmful to the skin and harmful to your blood, when it enters your bloodstream. And then in turn, we end up getting sick. So the question you're asking now is, what is the benefits of using natural products? you want your hair, you want to be clean inside and you want to be clean on the outside. You know, you have to make a balance, and using natural products kind of brings us back to the basic. Back in the day, when you look at people back in the day, they used to look refreshed and younger. Nowadays, people are struggling to stay looking young, and they're doing procedures to do that. But when we use natural products, our body reacts naturally to them, and it helps it, you know.
So walk us through. I mean, you got some beautiful natural products here.
Yes.
So what are we going to see? Yeah, you walk us through. You're the expert here.
So let's start off with the Jamaican black castor oil. So this is actually our first product that we started with. So Jamaican black castor oil has been around for ages. If you ask your grandmother, you ask your great-grandmother, they'll tell you that Jamaican black castor oil can do a lot. If you have muscle aches and pains, you can use Jamaican black castor oil. If you need a laxative, you can use Jamaican black castor oil. If you need your hair to be strengthened, Jamaican black castor oil. If you want the hair to grow, Jamaican black castor oil. If you need to moisturize your hair or moisturize your skin,
Stretch marks.
Stretch marks. When she was pregnant, she actually rubbed the Jamaican black castor oil on the stretch marks. I don't think she wants to show you guys. But
it does everything pretty much.
It does everything pretty much, right?
And you make this.
We make this in Jamaica, 100% Jamaican black castor oil imported here to the States. Actually, all our products that we make have Jamaican black castor oil in them. So that's a key ingredient for everything that we do make.
So great healing properties in Jamaican black castor oil.
Definitely. And we have here our herbal soaps. Right now we have 11 types of soaps, but eventually we have a variety of things that we can use. So I'm from the countryside. Let me speak for myself. We were both born in Jamaica, and I was used to using a herb. If my tummy hurts, there's a herb for that. You know, if my skin isn't working well, there's a herb for that. If I need to clean my blood, we use a Cerasee. You know, they're different. There's something for everything, and so we wanted to put that in our soaps. And you know, we have the hemp soap, we have the seaweed, we have the watercress, the moringa. I know a lot of people have been ringing about the moringa, you know, but it's been used for so long. We have the lemongrass. We have something for everything.
So, all right, as I look around here, like, okay, so we've got the moringa soap.
Yes.
What is moringa soap good for?
So the moringa soap is good for moisturizing your skin and helping your skin to glow. And if you have like different impurities, it kind of evens it out. So it brings back the natural luster to your skin. Okay,
then I see another kind of soap over here. We got the watercress soap.
The watercress, also for moisture. Very key for moisture and helping to, you know, what is it? It helps to...
it has some anti-aging
properties
as well.
Yes. So with moisture, all of those that are moisture help you to...
And I'm looking over here, I saw lemongrass too. Tell me about lemon.
Yes, lemongrass helps to even out your skin tone. If you know the properties of lemon, it helps to cut away dirt. So first it clears off your skin, and then it helps to even out your skin tone. So if you have uneven skin tones, you have a black patch here, red, yellow, it kind of brings it back to the natural luster.
Also, the beauty of the soaps as well is that it's for the hair and the skin. So
All
it's not
except
just for
the
your
turmeric.
skin. Well, the turmeric, please do not use that in your,
the hair.
in your hair.
Yes.
But for all the other ones, you can use them for both your hair and your skin.
We hear a lot about turmeric. So what would turmeric soap be good for?
So turmeric, so with this soap, the turmeric oat soap, we use that more for exfoliating and evening out your skin. So turmeric has many anti-aging properties. Also, it helps in terms of your complexion, helps in terms of the impurities that are in your skin as well. So this is kind of like an exfoliating soap. Has both the turmeric and the oats to exfoliate, but also even out your skin as well.
Yes.
And over here, you got some other things too.
Yes, so we have our hair and body butters here. We have eczema butter. We have our hair and body butter, Jazzy Delight with jasmine oil. We have coconut oil, mango. One of our best-selling ones, the Mango Mania. We have the Pineapple Express. We have the lavender musk, which is great for babies. We use that in our babies' hair. And also the mango cocoa, because coconut is good for helping to take off cradle cap. If your baby has cradle cap or really bad dandruff, those are the two we recommend for our babies. So we have most of the things that we have here, all except the soaps, we recommend using for your children's hair. With the castor oil, it's extremely thick, so that you'd have to dilute if you want to use in your child's hair because it might be too strong. But it's definitely safe to use. And
Now, how do you feel about this? I mean, now that you've progressed into natural and using natural products and you're selling natural products, how do you feel now being business owners?
Extremely proud.
I mean, I'm pretty happy. I mean, so key backstory. She's been a naturalist all her life. When I met her,
you got converted.
Now,
that's what.
So I think I might have been converted. But she's always had natural hair, no piercings. She's not big on the makeup or anything else. It's what you see is what you get. And so a lot of these products she was already using, but we wanted to create something that, as she said, is natural, where we know where it's coming from. We handcraft what we have here. The soaps and the castor oil, as I said, we produce them in Jamaica, but we have an idea of what goes on in terms of the process from end to end.
So in terms of connecting with people, how do you connect with people? I know you should do pop-up shops and other things like that, right?
Yes, yes. So, you know, in order for people to know what we're doing, you know, they have to follow us, stay tuned to our Instagram account or our Facebook account, because next year, by the end of this year, next year, we plan to do bigger things. We actually have a variety of new products that we're going to be launching, and so they have to stay in tune to our social media. In order to
Instagram at Belle's Essential,
Belle's Essential.
Facebook, facebook.com/Belle's Essential, or you could check out our website, bellsessential.co.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So for the holidays, any recommendations?
Definitely for the holidays. Listen, guys. So we're actually creating gift baskets for the holidays. So instead of buying products one by one, and you buy them in a set, you get them for a cheaper cost, and you get to share the love with everyone else. And so for every holiday, we do plan on giving discounts. So you got to stay in tune, so like our hair bonnets, we would create an entire basket with one of everything for your loved ones or for yourself, because I believe in pampering yourself. You have to learn to take care of yourself. So especially during the holidays, you want to feel extra special, smell extra nice. I'd say, definitely check out our website. We have so many products, and I always say, if you can't choose a product, just get one of each thing.
There you go. You'll be good to go. Well, certainly, we want to invite all of our viewers to check out Belle's Essentials. Obviously, if you want to find out about natural skincare and natural products, here is just a table spread.
Yes,
and
our
these
hair
wonderful-
bonnets.
Right, the bonnets,
yes,
right?
I forgot. So our bonnets are satin lined. So if you notice, when you go to the store, you notice the satin, it's not this thick. So this is the real satin.
Got the real satin.
The real satin on your hair bonnets. We have satin of all sizes. We have for infants. We have for adults. We have for people with locks. We have, we have the mommy and me set. We have the daddy and me set. We have it all. We do not exclude anyone. For all hair types, all skin types, whatever your problem is. If you're allergic to anything, just call us, email us. We will make something special.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Belle's
much.
Essentials.
Thank you.
Good to have you. Listen, now for more information, why don't you go to their website, bellsessentials.com, or social media, Belle's Essential. Unfortunately, we come to the end of our show today. I want to thank all of our guests for joining us, but most of all, you, the viewer, for tuning in. Now, if you missed any part of today's show, you can catch the recablecast at 5 and 10 p.m. on Optimum's Channel 67, Verizon Files Channel 33, or watch us anytime on the web at bronxnet.org. That wraps it up for us here on the set of Open. I am Daren Jaime saying happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Make sure you keep this channel wide open. Take care, God bless, and we'll catch you next Wednesday with another fresh edition of Open. Take care and happy Thanksgiving.